No, I haven't. I really like reading, so I often buy books to read. But I often read books related to my job or related to protecting health to or to cooking. So some of the people I know don't like to read them.
So, like, have you ever lended books to others?
No, I haven't.
So, in your opinion, why do some people prefer borrowing things from others than like instead of lending, instead of buying, they prefer borrowing but not buying, like you?
That giữa vẫn chưa hiểu.
I will say that again. So in your opinion, why do some people prefer borrowing things from others instead of buying that? So in your case, you buy books and you don't borrow, right? You always buy books and don't borrow books from others, right? So yeah. But there are some people, they prefer to borrow, not buy. So why do you think they do that? Có một số người á, họ ý là chị thích mua hơn là mượn, nhưng mà có một số người thì lại thích mượn hơn là mua. Chị nghĩ là tại sao họ lại...
In my opinion, the people want to save the money.
Yeah, right. That's a very reasonable reason, right? So, have you ever borrowed money from others, Tina?
Please repeat.
Have you ever borrowed money from others?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Because I don't want to bother other people.
So I think you have a stable finance. You don't have any problem with your finance that why you don't have to do that. So if you have financial problems, what are you going to do to deal with that if you are not going to borrow money from others? So how can you solve that problem?
I don't spend too much and only spend as much as I can afford.
I see. So, do you like lending things to others?
Yes, I do.
Really? So, what things do you often lend to others?
Please repeat.
What things do you often lend to others?
The money.
So, how can you do you always will you lend the money to everyone that you meet, or do you have any standard, really?
Yeah.
So if a stranger meets you and that person asks you to lend him the money, are you willing to do that?
Yes, I am.
Really? A stranger, like you don't know that person at all? You don't know that person at all?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, I think it's just for like a small amount of money. If it's big amount of money, you have to have a second thought. Tina, you don't do that, and you will lose your money one day. So so have you ever like been in the situation that the person who borrow your like money don't return it back to you? Have you ever had that situation before?
Yes, I have.
So how did you feel and what did you do?
It depends on what it is. Sometimes I don't even remember I lent someone some things.
So if you remember?
Yes, I don't remember.
So all of that, like I think you like, there will be some times that you will remember, but they don't return it back to you. So will you remind them?
Yes.
And what do you feel? How do you feel if that person don't return money or things that they borrow from you on time?
I think they are reason.
Oh, you're such a good person. Always think like think good about others. All right. But I think you have to be more cautious about like your belongings, your money, because if you are like willing to like give anyone you meet your things, so I think it's for sure that one day you will lose it.
Yeah.
Okay, so just my advice, just my opinion. So move on to part 2. So please describe a time when you first met someone.
Describe time when you
First met someone.
first met someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been to many places and met a lot of people, but today I'd like to talk to you a lot about not long ago. Her name is Thủy. She lives in Da Nang. She is a student on my online English class. I got to know her 3 months ago when she and I were in the same group. I really love her. At this time, we hadn't met each other yet, but we have a lot in common and we are like sisters. We planned to meet again after the course finished, but surprisingly, 3 weeks ago, there were a microbiota cooking course at Tuệ Đức Monastery in Vĩnh Phúc province. We met that place. Both of us were looking forward to this meeting. Finally, this day came. The first time we met, we had fun. We talked about learning English, about cooking, and sharing everything that we care about, like reading and sport. We sang our favorite song together. I felt it was a great time. Both of us feel wonderful and are happy to see each other. We promise each other we will keep in touch, and we'll meet at least on once a year.
You and her living in a same place or different places?
Yeah.
Where is she living, Tina?
She live in Da Nang.
Oh, so and you are living in Hanoi.
Yeah.
So it's you all guys are quite far away from each other. But I think once a year is enough to
Yeah.
like catch up with things in going on in your lives. So Tina, I think you have got a lot of friends from this course, English course.
Yes.
So you can say it's a coincidence that you knew her through the course, and then you met her like unplanned. So you can say it's a coincidence, such a coincidence, to trùng hợp.
Yes.
Yes. So move on to part 3. So do you think meeting is destiny, Tina? Do you think meeting someone is destiny?
Destiny.
Yeah, it's the question in part 3. The first question in part 3. Do you think
Destiny.
meeting is destiny?
Yeah, I think meeting is destiny.
So I think meeting Tiamo today is your destiny. Timo, sorry. So like, is there anyone that you have like that you met in your life change your life? Is there
Yeah.
anyone? Yeah.
Well, she changed my way of thinking about life.
How does it change? Can you like talk? Can you tell us more details about your changes?
She was always full of energy and spread positive things in the life. She made me feel my life was happier and more meaningful.
All right, that's great. That's great that you can meet someone that give like positive impacts on you.
Yes.
So Tina, I just like just have a comment, but not about like your grammar, your spelling or vocabulary, but about like your answer. It's usually just very short. So I hope that you can make it like longer. Just when I ask the yes or no question, please don't just like answer yes or no. It's too short. I want you to expand your answer longer.
Yeah.
And also try not to look at the transcript next time. So
Thank you.
Timo, do you have any questions for her, or do you have any like feedback on what she just said?
Actually, I don't have really many questions to her, but feedback is that she is using very correct English, but unnatural. Like I see you prepared yourself, and that is very good. That is respectable. But maybe in the future you should less prepare yourself with correct sentences you already have written down. Maybe answer more like in a free talking. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. Just talk, and you will get the benefits of it.
So what you mean is that she should not like look at the transcript, like just free talking, and
yeah, maybe just free talking, and not being afraid of doing some mistakes, because that is why you are here. For example, Tiffany, you can correct them after it, or I am here. The English was very good. It was grammatically perfect. Yeah. And just say something you want to say and not too personal.
Yes, but I think they also have to prepare you, like You say like their English is good because they prepared. If they're not prepared, then they will make like their sentence would be not like that fluent or. So, but yeah, in some
just
like
in the future, if oh yeah, Tiffany, Tina, sorry, just when you feel comfortable with it. If you feel uncomfortable,
Yeah.
don't do it. But be aware of the benefits you will get of it when you speak more freely and yeah, more from your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
you got
You're
it, Tina.
welcome.
Thank you, Timo.
Thank you.
Right.
Tina.